All right, folks, today we have a pretty nice vehicle. It's got a great level of equipment and something that would be great for driving in the wintertime. Okay, it's a 2005 Ford Explorer Limited. And let's start it up here. All right, and as you can see, it starts right up. And as you can see, there's no check engine lights or any other lights on like that. There is a tire pressure light there. That's the flashing one on the left. And it does say low fuel level. I believe those are both two sensor issues with the car. So that's something you can fix. You can either decide to fix or not. It really, you know, the car runs great, looks pretty good, and the interior is actually in really nice shape. So that's something that you can kind of decide. Okay, and as far as the equipment on the vehicle, it's got a great level of equipment here. This is a four-wheel drive vehicle, so you see our 4x4 selector switches on that side. And we'll start with our radio here.
Patriots. Okay, all right, so you can keep the Patriots.
All right, so you see that? That comes in really good, actually. Normally that station's a little fuzzy, so that's a good sign. It does have a CD player and a tape disc as well, or a tape player as well. I don't have either of those media, so I can't test those. I'm not sure about the status of this. So the next thing we have is our, I think it's just set it on the heat here. Yep, there's the heat. Let me turn that all the way up and we'll see, especially for a truck like this is something that's probably a perfect winter driver with the four-wheel drive. And that definitely blows out nice and warm. So that's something that's always, you know, really nice to have. It does have a traction control there, right there in the middle there. And alright, so the next thing we'll get to is our sunroof, which is nice. So we have just one push, and it takes it all the way back, and brings it all the way back forward again. And it does have a vent mode as well. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see it's, you know, it gives you that nice little vent, and we can close it down now. Alright, horn. And our wipers, both front and rear wipers work, you know, as they should. They just turn on the rear. I don't know if you can see them going. There they go. I squirted a little bit. All right, so both our wipers, and now we have our windows. Let's start with our passenger side. You can see that works properly. Driver or passenger side rear. And our driver's side rear, all the way, it goes all the way down and all the way up. All right, and our driver's side, and that has the auto down, which is nice, just one click and back up. All right, it does also have adjustment for the pedals. You can see this switch right here, up and down. That actually does your brake pedal and your accelerator, brings them both up and down. So you can adjust that as long as adjusting your seat. It does have power mirrors as well, and you can see that moving right there. And let's try the other one. All right, and both of those work just as they should. Okay. It has the climate control and the radio control on the steering wheel here, and then of course your cruise control on that side. And that is, like I said, it's actually got a television and DVD player in the back, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the next thing we'll look at is the actual motor on the vehicle. All right, so what we have is a 4.6 liter V8 motor. All right, so it's got a nice big motor to go with the four-wheel drive, something that'll, you know, give you plenty of power. Something, like I said, would be kind of perfect for winter time, and even towing a little bit if you have to. So that's kind of up to you. All right, so let me, what I'm going to do now is just be quiet and let you listen to the motor, see if I can find out how to rev it up. I don't see it. All right, so I'll just be quiet and let you listen here. All right, and as you can see, it does sound and run pretty good. So that's something we can see later on our test drive. All right, the next thing we're going to do here is check the tire depth on our tires here, or the tread depth, I should say. Get all the dirt out of there. All right. Okay. So that's right at 4/32 on the tread on the front tire here. And there's the nice alloy, or the nice wheels we have on the vehicle. I don't believe they're alloy. I think they're just plastic hubcaps. Now we can check our rear tire here. And again, that's right at 4/32, okay? All right, and here's our other tire. This is the passenger side rear tire, 4/32 again. And one more time, 4/32 again on our other tire. So really all the way around, they're all at 4/32, okay? All right, and yes, here we go. Like I said, it does have a good level of equipment. You see a power, or a heat, seat heating right there, and then of course your power option. So this goes forward and back. All right. So that's something nice to see. As you can see, it's nice clean leather. There's really not much damage going on all the way around. And this is actually the headset and the control for the entertainment system in the back. And I'll show you that when we get there in just a second here. Here's a shot at the floor. Both the floor and the floor mat itself are nice and clean. A little bit dirt, a little bit of staining on the floor mat, but that's exactly why they're there, so it doesn't get on your carpet. Okay, so let's have a look at our door jambs. Go all the way around. All right, as you can see, pretty clean on the door jamb on this side. Here's the door panel itself. All right, it's in pretty good shape. And the outside of the door and down low on the door, especially, that's where you start seeing corrosion, and that one is pretty clean right there. All right, so let's have a look at the rear here. All right, as you can see, again with the leather seats in the back, really nice shape, really clean. There's one little rip right there. Other than that, really nice seats. Okay, and here's our floor. Again, in really good shape there. All right, let me hop in here. Let me show you. This is the entertainment I was talking about. As you can see, DVD player. I believe, yes, wireless. They're wireless headphones, and you can adjust that here with your input out. And then, of course, the screen itself. So that's something that's nice to have. Just if you're going on a road trip or something. That just looks like storage for some movies or something like that. So again, it's got a great level of equipment, all kinds of stuff up front, and then even stuff in the back to keep the passengers in the rear occupied on those longer trips. All right, now let's have a look at our door jamb here. As you can see, a little bit of corrosion right there. It's not real bad. And all the way around our door jamb here, and then down low, especially on these with these, I don't know what these are called, the step-up things. Those always seem to get rusty, but these are actually in really nice shape on this truck. All right, and all the way down the side of the door. And again, as you see down low, it's nice and clean, not a lot of corrosion. There's one little spot in that wheel well. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. All right. And let's get a look at our trunk here. Plenty of storage space. You got these two little compartments that flip up, and you got storage there as well. I apologize for the sun. It's just tough. I don't have any shade because all the leaves fell. And it's actually a nice warm sunny day in November, so I'm not too sad about that, but I just don't have a good spot to do my video. Alright, here's around the edge here. Try to get out of the way. Alright, and this edge, and the edge of the trunk lid itself. And again, nice and clear, no corrosion on the bottom where you normally start seeing it if you do. All right, one thing I forgot to show you guys, it does have where you can just flip open, easy access. You just got to grab something real quick. You don't have to swing up the heavier door. You just pop the glass open and can get in there, and you got plenty of room to get in and out as well. All right. So now let's swing around to this side. And again, just another quick peek. It's all pretty clean back here. There's no real damage. There's, like I said, one little rip right there. Not even a rip, just like the little beginning of one. Alright. And the floor as well is in really good shape. Both the back seats are in really good. Back of the seats, the front seats are in really good shape. And of course, your DVD player. Okay, so let's get a shot at our door jamb here. All the way up. And all the way down. Alright, and as you can see right there, it looks like there's a little spot of corrosion. You can see basically it starts there and ends there. And that's really the worst on the entire vehicle. What I will do later is I'll get low and let you kind of look around both from the front and the back of the vehicle. Alright. Alright, here's the inside of the door jamb. And low down on the door itself. Okay, and there's the actual door panel. Okay, and as you see, that's in pretty good shape as well. Alright, and now to the front. We already checked out most of the equipment. Again, you got some nice options here. You can move your seat, or actually I believe this is lumbar. This is for your lower back. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I can see it moving in the chair. I'm not sure you guys will be able to tell. But it's definitely moving. Of course, heated seat and then power seat. You can move it up, backwards. Actually, it's all the way backwards. Forwards and backwards. All right, and that also is something really nice for someone who might be a little smaller with the power, or the, yes, power. Let me see if I can get these to demonstrate for you guys. There they go. You see our pedals moving forward there. All right. And I turned the directional on, which I didn't need to do. All right, so as you can see, like I said, a lot of nice equipment here. Let me move this out of the way. And as for the seat itself, you see a little bit of wear and tear there, nothing major. And of course, where you actually sit is also in really good shape. So here's our floor, just pretty clean. Looks like I found a lighter in there, someone must have dropped. Alright, and our pedals. Of course, the floor mat, just normal wear and tear, and that's exactly why they're in there. So you do that to your floor mat instead of doing it to your floor. Okay? Alright, let's get a shot of our door jambs here. All the way down and around. Alright, and down low on the door. And again, this door is really clean, not a lot of corrosion, not much going on there. Okay. Alright, now for the exterior. Alright, as you can tell, it's all black, both interior and exterior, and the paint's in pretty good shape. And as far as the body, it's in really good shape. There's one spot on the back bumper where someone bumped into something, but I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so as you can see, that panel's nice and shiny. You can even see me in the picture, or in the reflection there, because like I said, it's so sunny out. Let me get you a shot up top. Alright, it's pretty clean up there as well. Here's our driver's door, all the way around the edges, and the door itself. And again, really clear, nice, clean, shiny paint. And then down low here, like I said, normally these kind of start to rust, and these are actually in pretty good shape. I don't know what you call these things, but on these Fords in particular, they seem to rust. But this one is, you know, it doesn't shake like the bolts are loose or anything, so it's in really good shape on that. All right, here's our passenger door on the driver's side. And again, paint's in great shape. Not really much going on there. The molding's all intact, so everything looks pretty good on this side of the truck here. All right. Here's our rear panel. And again, nice and clean and shiny. All right, as you can see here, this is a little bit, looks like it's just popped out a little bit, and I'll show you why. There's a little bit of damage on the back bumper. Nothing really major. It's not just hanging off. It's still firmly on the actual truck. It's just got a little damage there, okay? So let me get you shot up high. And then back up an actual shot of the rear of the truck as well. This is something that you basically see in every single one of these Fords. This plastic piece right here always seems to get cracked. So again, it happens on this one as well. All right, and there you can see the Explorer Limited with, I believe it's the Advanced Track RCS and the V8 motor, okay? All right, and on to this side of the vehicle here. And again, I'll give you a shot of the roof. All right, and here's a shot up high, and you can see a little bit of scratching here. Someone must have probably one of those cargo shells sliding up on the roof to take the family on a trip. Might have just scratched the paint up a little bit, but nothing major there. Okay, and you see a little ding right there, but overall in really nice shape. All right, again, up high, we'll go to the actual door itself. And again, a little ding right there. All right, and again, this step up is in really good shape, which is normally not, but that one actually is in really nice shape. And our passenger side door. All right, and again, the paint is nice and clean and shiny here as well. A little bit, or looks like a little paint chipped off a little bit on the molding there. All right, and our front quarter panel here. Again, nice and clean and shiny. All right, and the actual hood of the truck is again in good shape. All right, I will say it looks like there's a little bit, I don't know, corrosion or something. The paint flaked off, and it's been not repaired, just painted over a little bit. But other than that, on the front, it looks in really good shape. You see the headlights and the directionals are nice and cleared. And the bumper itself is in pretty good shape. You know, the normal kind of stuff from driving something, you know, for over 200,000 miles. Just little chips and stuff like that. All right, so next things, folks, we're going to take it out on the road and just give it a drive, and also check out the four-wheel drive system. All right, folks, this is a 2005 Ford Explorer Limited that we're going to take it out on a quick test drive. All right, I'm going to fire it up here. All I'm going to do is just pull out on the road, accelerate to about 50-55 miles an hour, and kind of let you get a feel for the vehicle. Okay, and here we go. Alright, I'm all the way up to about 55 miles an hour. Take my hands off the steering wheel. I'm tracking nice and straight down the road here. The ride itself is pretty smooth. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm pulling either left or right. I'm not all bumpy or anything. So far it's a pretty decent ride. Let me, what I'm going to do now is go around up here, turn around, do the same thing again, and then I'm going to give it a brake check when we get back to the lot here. Maybe if the mailman doesn't get in the way. Nope, he's gone. Okay. up to about 55. Right now we're at 55 miles an hour. There we go. Okay. And again, tracking nice and straight down the road. Like I said, what I'm going to try to do now is get into this lot across from us and give it a nice brake check so I can kind of get you guys a feel for how the car brakes. Alright, I can definitely feel the anti-lock brakes kick in. You can see the steering wheel kind of balanced itself out a little bit. It wasn't whipping wildly to the left or right. So that kind of tells you that everything's pretty solid on the braking system in this car. Like I said, I can definitely feel the anti-lock brakes kick in. Alright. So now what we're going to do... I'm still spinning a little bit. There we go. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to check out our four-wheel drive. This has, right now it's in 4x4 automatic. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to roll down a little bit. I'm on a gravel drive on an incline. So what I'm going to do now is just hit the gas and kind of give you my impression of how we grab. Like I said, it's in 4x4 automatic. It's not in 4 high or 4 low yet, which are the other two options here. Alright, so you can it spins a little bit, and I think that's, that's when the 4x4 automatic kicks in, and then we grabbed and took off. So what I'm going to do now, alright, clip it in 4 high, alright, and do the same thing. Alright, and right away I can feel a difference. You probably heard it too. No spinning, no nothing going on. As far as our 4 high there, so that means that we were immediately grabbed and took off and had no problem. Alright, and then let me go around here, there's a little more gravel. Then one more time for 4x4 low. Okay. Alright, you can hear it click into that. Yeah, that works really good as well, and that's one you probably won't use a lot unless you're pulling something really heavy. Okay. Alright, and then we'll go back into 4x4 automatic. Alright, so that's it, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull around out front again and just give you one last walk around of the vehicle. I will say one more thing. This occasionally what happens on this vehicle is the overdrive light kind of kicks off and flashes, and a check transmission shows up in our message center here. Right now it's got the tire pressure fault and the low fuel level, which I spoke about earlier. I believe those are just 2 sensors. And now it has a check transmission, and the overdrive kicks off. What I will say is we've had this car, it's got 221,000 miles on it right now. We got this car with 219,000 miles on it. So we've driven it a little under 2,000 miles, like 1,800 miles. And that's always been there, and it's never really been a great issue as far as issues like that. So just want to let you guys be aware of that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is one last walk around of the vehicle. Alright, and again, I'm trying to get you a decent shot here. I know it's a little tough with the glare, but this is a 2005 Ford Explorer Limited. It's got loads of options. It's got leather, heated leather seats, power windows, power sunroof, even a CD player in the back. So it's got loads of equipment. It does have a towing hitch there, which is something that's good to know. It's got the I believe 4.6 liter V6, and it also has the 4x4 automatic, 4 high, 4 low setting, which we just demonstrated. So again, it's a pretty nice truck. It does have 221,000 miles, so it's a little high, but really if it's just something you're looking to use for the winter, it's something that might be perfect for you. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We hope to hear from you soon.